Good afternoon, and today, oh my god, that really. And today is the 24th of June 2016. This is the time. It's already gone 1 o'clock. I've been up since about midday. I sent my alarm. We finally had delivery of our new doors, which I'll show you. So here are our new doors. There. So obviously we've got to unpackage them and get them fitted. But a very important news today. We've actually voted out of the EU. So Britain now no longer is part of the EU membership. And just to touch on this just quickly is it's already started. The chaos that I warned everyone about has already begun. Let me tell you what I'm talking about. So here's the beginning of the chaos I warned you guys about. So this is a little bit of news for you guys just to get up to date with what's happened. So David Cameron is to resign after the EU referendum vote. David Cameron has resigned as Prime Minister after the UK public voted to leave the European Union in the referendum. A tearful Mr. Cameron, his wife by his side, said the UK needed fresh leadership and that he had already spoken to the Queen about his decision. The PM campaigned to remain in the EU, but the public rejected his argument and chose to leave the EU by a 51.9% to a 48.1%. So it was not massively different, it was literally neck and neck. Speaking to masses of reporters outside Downing Street, the PM said he would aim to have new leader in place by the Tory party conference in October. So that's when he's hoping to back down. And what's happened is since that resignation, I will leave a quick little video now.
Good morning, everyone. The country has just taken part in a giant democratic exercise, perhaps the biggest in our history. Over 33 million people from England, Scotland, Wales, Northern Ireland and Gibraltar have all had their say. The British people have voted to leave the European Union. The will of the British people is an instruction that must be delivered. I would reassure those markets and investors that Britain's economy is fundamentally strong. And I would also reassure Brits living in European countries and European citizens living here that there will be no immediate changes in your circumstances. But above all, this will require strong, determined and committed leadership. But the British people have made a very clear decision to take a different path. And as such, I think the country requires fresh leadership to take it in this direction. This is not a decision I've taken lightly, and I've spoken to Her Majesty the Queen this morning to advise her of the steps that I'm taking. I love this country, and I feel honoured to have served it. And I will do everything I can in future to help this great country succeed. Thank you very much.
So some of the other things that have taken place, which obviously I knew would happen, is things like the Bank of England opens £250 billion war chest to try and save the economy. Also, we had the old crazy Donald Trump saying the Brexit a great thing as he arrives in Scotland. Also, the FTSE begins fight back against the biggest fall since the financial crash. So also, the FTSE 100 has suffered a massive index loss because of this Brexit. The other thing as well is, what does Brexit mean for British tourists travelling to Europe? Well, our most intense engagement with Europe is when we go on holiday there. With the peak travelling season about to beginning, it is about to start. Millions of British holidaymakers are about to discover the immediate effects of the Leave vote in pushing up prices abroad. Longer term, there will be more big changes. Will holidays cost more? In the short term, the slide in sterling to its lowest level, the price of everything from a cup of coffee in a cafe in Paris to a night in a luxury hotel in the Maldives will rise. So already we are going to feel the effects of the EU leave because we're going to be paying more for holidays. And the thing is, there's people who are already living in those countries as well who are British. I wonder what's going to happen to them now. They may be forced to come back to the UK because they can't be residents of those countries anymore, or they may have to apply for visas to remain there. And also your UK passport and your UK driving licence will have to change back, because obviously the current UK licence has the little European Union sign on it, the stars, so that will have to be removed, and you'll have to have the old UK stamp on the driving license. And guess what? The £135 billion investment that they used to pay to the EU crew for their membership, do you think they're gonna give you some of that, or even like say to you, you know what, it's all good, all you have to do is send back the old driving license and passport and we'll give you brand new ones with the new stuff on there? They're gonna make you pay for it. So also on this morning show, Nigel Farage, the leader of the UKIP party, the UK Independent Party, has been called out because basically his party is probably the main driving force of a lot of people who chose to vote out rather than staying in. And they promised, and now they're just backtracking as always, but they promised in their ad campaign for when they did the Leave campaign, they advertised that £135 billion thing that they paid to the EU could be used to reinvest in the NHS, in the schools, and all that jazz if we weren't in the EU. They're saying, no, they made a mistake. They made a mistake on quoting that. So that was their main campaign. They wrote that everywhere. They wrote that on pamphlets. I read to you guys. They put that in their ad. And now he's trying to say that, no, they didn't say that. One, lie. And two, they made a mistake, or they didn't. That's not what they meant. What did they change the number to? £35 million can be invested either in that there is free now apparently. £35 million which can be invested in the schools or hospitals, like the NHS, which is so dumb. That is so stupid. This is the problem with this country and the people that are here. They believe all the rubbish that, like Nigel Farage is the biggest con man in the UK. He is a car salesman. Okay, he dresses like a car salesman. He talks like a car salesman. He persuades you, and you know he's a crook. You can see in his face he's a crook. But you try and trust him, and he'll stab you in the back. That's exactly what he's done. So I hope all you UKIP voters and supporters realise what a lot of rubbish Nigel Farage is and how much crap he talks. He talks the same amount of crap as all the other bigger politicians. They all are of the same caliber. They all come from the same seed. They do not care about you and me. They care only about themselves. Right now, if fuel prices rise, which they will do, food prices rise, which they will do as well. If prices of property plummet, which will happen, so people who have invested money already in property and now have lost loads of money, maybe hundreds of thousands of pounds in their investment. Let's see if Nigel Farage is coming to your rescue, or Boris Johnson is coming to your rescue. Anyway, that's enough of the crappy EU news. I'm sure we're going to see, as the day unfolds, more and more rubbish that's going to be coming out from this referendum. It's so sad. It's amazing how, I mean, even I was on the verge of voting out, and I voted in. Anyway, it's what time is it? 25 to 1. No, sorry, it's 25 to 2. It's Friday, it's Jummah. We've got to head out to pray our Friday prayer. I was planning to go on the bike, but the cloud looked crazy. Very bright though, but it's going to storm it down apparently today. So
will remain indispensable partners of the US.
So I've come back from the mosque, finished doing the Friday Jummah prayer, and me and the wife are just sitting here. We have been sitting here watching the news before I went to Jummah, and I've come back and it's still about the UK leaving the European Union. Went out in the street today. The weather is really nice out there. It's very warm. So President Obama says UK and EU remaining indispensable partners of the US. At least we still got one good friend. But I want to open that new Hoover. That's what I do want to do. Because it's been sitting there now for like, I don't know how many days. Okay, here we go. Fax opening. The new package is Hoover really well. The big thing is we know exactly how to get this back together again. Okay, so after a comprehensive test of the new Vax Hoover, the U85 is amazing. Very powerful machine. More powerful than that one that we had, definitely. But the wife's right, it didn't come with the animal bit, so that's the only thing. Time to get on with some work. We finished checking out this Hoover. Pretty cool Hoover. The wife's happy-ish with it. I wish they'd sent us the the other one though, the PE model. Apparently they don't send the pet hair stuff. I wish I had said the pet hair was broken. They would have sent the frigging pet hair tool. And then we would have had a turquoise machine. How cool would that have been? Anyway, I've got to head upstairs. I was going to start doing some of this wood again, because the doors arrived today. But the wife says I haven't got enough time, because I've got to go to work. So she said, go and do editing if you've got any editing to do. I've got to make these GTA videos, so let me get on with that, and then we'll be going to work in a little while. We've got what, about 2 hours roughly. Okay, so I finished editing some GTA 5 video. Managed to do one. Not as much work as I wanted to get done. Took ages to actually load up though, because it's 17 hours worth of game footage for me to go through. So that's why it takes so long to get videos out to you guys on GTA 5, because I always have so many to do. Oh my god. There's another thing. This is vlog 83. 27% done. 27%. The internet is so slow. God damn it. Enjoy the video. It's a really cool video. Make sure you guys watch it. Make sure you guys support it and stuff. You know, I wish there was like 3 of me and 3 different computers. You know, sometimes. There's just so much content I want to release, and I just don't have enough time to do all of them, because, you know, they all need time. You know, if I rush, it's going to look rubbish. You know, I don't rush. I like to make sure all of my videos are cool to watch, so Problem with that is it all takes a long time to do. I just recorded this time lapse. I don't know how well it's recorded, but the weather out there is it's been really nice. It's really, look at this weather. Apparently it was meant to rain today at some point, but I haven't seen any raining. All I've seen is beautiful blue skies and some really amazing cloud coverage from like Toy Story. You know how, the beginning of Toy Story when the clouds, you know what I'm talking about. And obviously, as it's Friday today, we will be live streaming. Most likely we're going to do Uncharted 4. Credo was asking me to do it, so why not? We'll see how we get on with that. So I'm back from work. I already got changed into something more comfortable. I'm going to go eat some food. I'm going to have a prawn curry today with naan from work. I also ordered a lamb shashlik, which I'll have for suhoor. I'm going to eat that, and then I've got to get on live stream. The day has been pretty good. I've been at work, obviously. Smashed that 4 hours like no one's business. But the streets were okay. No violence, no mayhem, even though everyone voted out of the EU. And even Scotland now have got on the verge of saying they want to have another referendum. They had their chance and they blew it, didn't they? Right, just finished eating my curry and it was delicious. Thanks again, boss, for a really delicious curry. I still haven't got used to where things are. So we're about to kick into the live stream, as you probably can guess. Time to play. So we just finished another epic live stream with all you awesome people on Uncharted 4, A Thief's End. We only had one guy from the T4 Army join us, Credo 5. Thank you for joining us, Credo. It was really cool playing Uncharted 4 rather than playing the same GTA 5 all the time. It was actually refreshing and a lot of fun. I had so much fun playing with Credo. I'm going to go downstairs now and do my suhoor, and then I'll be praying my morning prayer, and then I'll be back up here to edit. So this brings the vlog to an end again today, and I'll see you guys on tomorrow's show.
Come get lost with me.